Okay, so I'm going back in here to Wikipedia again. Okay, so I want to focus on how high the numbers are. So 7.95 million in 1998, the company LSJ, which is Little St. James LLC, purchased the island for around 7.95 million. Documents showed that Jeffrey Epstein was a sole member of LSJ. And so usually these are highlighted, but there's no link to it to showing anything else. In 2019, the island was valued at 63,874,223 dollars. Okay, so here is just where we get taken on a road trip of searching for things that don't exist. So over here, I'm in Reddit now, under legal advice off topic. What happens to Epstein's Island, Little St. James now? Little St. James Island is owned by Epstein's LLC, LSJ LLC. Now that he's dead, what happens to the island? If this is a federal case, would the feds seize the island? Would New York State be in the position to seize the island as part of the forfeiture program? From what I read, seizing real estate is rare unless it was instrumentally part of a crime. When an LLC gets dissolved, supposedly Epstein was the only member listed on the LLC. Epstein's heirs are supposed to get it, but his victims sue the estate. I'm hoping they will. That's what this person writes on Reddit. Would they get a piece of the sale? Now they're trying to pressure for the Epstein documents to be released. Now, I don't know what the list is that they talk about, but it says Jeffrey was the sole member of the LSJ. He was the only person listed as owner. Unless there is a second LSJ, Levine, Stein, and Johnson LLC, Levine, Stein, and Johnson Legal Consulting and Capital Funding. Here's a little thing here in Forbes that says Jeffrey Epstein allegedly bought a second private island in the Caribbean using an unaware Dubai businessman as a front man to disguise his identity. Well, this is kind of similar to like the internet. So when you purchase a .com address for yourself, you can actually disguise it so it goes to the so because people like to write, if there's things going on they don't like, they like to write to the person because they can easily get their email. But if you use something like GoDaddy or Google, you can have it disguised and it goes to an anonymous email. Well, it's like going to a post office box when you just have a post office box.